Buddy, welcome to the Mark Winsor and Tom Diller show on KQCK live here in beautiful Santan Valley. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. And if you are on your radio or on your computer or smartphone, make sure you click on the little box to the left that says Watch Now, because we are live in studio with just a bunch of folks, a cast of thousands. And some just made it here. They just ran in from far, far away. I know you got lost there a little bit, Lori. I just signaled her out. I said her name. Lori got lost coming to Santan Valley.
Wow.
Joe, how you doing? Good seeing you again.
Pretty good.
So we got Joe, Jr. and Senior sitting here in studio. But we have a couple of special guests here. In a couple of weeks, we actually, KQCK will be live streaming from the Phoenician at a fairly large event. I'm going to say this is probably going to be the most premier event in Arizona year to date, probably in the last 12 months, I'm going to guess. Because last year you guys had this event. I say we like I did anything for the event. I just showed up and drank your beer and did some networking. But over 800 people showed up last year. You guys are predicting 1,500 this year, people coming to learn. But it's the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals annual conference at the Phoenician, and we have special guest Eric Lichtenheld. I was calling you Von Lichtenheld because it's German, but it's not Von, right? There's no Von in there.
I appreciate that, though.
Okay.
It's a good thought.
You're the president of Integra Group Real Estate in Tucson and a BSHEC MBA. And we're joking about that before, but it was chemical engineering degree.
That's correct.
Much needed, required to be a realtor in Tucson, right?
People should make sure that when they're looking for a realtor that they have that chemical engineering degree. It's very important.
Absolutely. And then to my left, we have a very special guest from People's Mortgage, just a thriving company in this economy. We're going to talk a little bit about the new loans that they have, and that it's really not true that it's hard to get a loan nowadays. In fact, they have loans that you can get one day out of foreclosure or a short sale.
Correct. Yes.
Excellent. Why don't you lean up just a tiny
Sure.
bit more? And we have Lori Martinez, the one that was 10 seconds almost late but showed up on time because of the map that we gave her was half the map or something like
Correct.
that? Okay. So
But I found you.
You stopped in Queen Creek and you got lost at that point, right?
Yes. But this area looks very familiar to me because I live in Black Canyon City, so I'm familiar with nice houses and trailers at the same time.
There you go. Absolutely. But thank you both for coming all the way out here to the radio station. Joe, why don't you throw out that phone number, because we'd love to have folks call in when we talk about.
We've got it up on the screen as well in case you're on the watch now. If you're just on the listen now, 480-745-1033. Call us and talk to us or give us a comment.
Absolutely. Now, Eric, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know you're a board member of NARAB, and a little bit about the event coming up and about what you do.
Well, great. Well, thanks, Tom, and thanks for having us. We really appreciate this.
You're welcome.
I'm vice president of NARAB Arizona, and we've got a big event coming up July 27th. It'll be 8 to 5 at the Phoenician, as you mentioned. And we've just got an incredible variety of stuff going on. We've got some great short sale stuff. We've got some stuff going on with commercial REO, which you just don't see anymore.
Right.
We've got some things going on with a special speaker, Lieutenant Colonel, make sure I get the name right, Consuelo Castillo Kickbush, and she's just an inspirational speaker. She's going to be a special luncheon that we have. And it's if you're in real estate and you want to learn about what's going on in real estate, it's the event of the year. You've really
now, when you say if you're in real estate, you're talking realtor only, or you're talking lenders, bankers, credit unions, anybody kind of involved. Plumbers, locksmith. We had a locksmith call in last week that wanted to know if he could go. We said, yeah, come on up. In fact, he called from Tucson.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, we get people calling in from Glow, from Payson, and all sorts of places. So, yeah, explain a little bit about when you say you're going to have short sale stuff and REO stuff. Tell us a little bit about the stuff that's in there.
The stuff is the magic. That's magic stuff you have to show up to find out about.
That's right.
But seriously, the short sale market these days, there's a lot of properties now that are going to short sale. And if you're a realtor or a lender or in a title business, you just find out that there's just not much inventory out there. So realtors and people in real estate business have to be flexible with adapting to the market and learning what's out there. And now it's just not an REO market. It's a market. There's a lot of short sales going on. There's a lot of trustees sales. There's a lot of probate stuff going on.
Right.
And so we're going to be addressing a lot of that stuff. But the stuff is the magical things that people have to show up to see.
Right. Now, you came up from Tucson. So is Tucson market pretty much the same as Maricopa, which is pretty much Phoenix, Scottsdale, that Chandler, that sort of thing? You guys are behind us because you're a smaller market? When I mean behind us, meaning that it's catching up to us with the prices going up, or are you still going down or even, or?
Tucson, well, of course, Tucson is not behind anybody. We're very progressive.
Oh, hit a bad spot there, huh?
Got
The little Tucson, yeah.
Whoa.
I've been there. You got to go through too many checkpoints to get down there.
Be careful. But in terms of real estate, we're at 3.9 months of inventory, and 3.9 months, if you compare that to a couple of years ago, we were at 16 months of inventory. So a lot of people say, hey, I want to get a good deal in inventory, a good deal in real estate, get some of that inventory. There are not good deals in real estate now. There are good deals if you're an investor. There are good deals in terms of getting investment properties, but you have to be careful about trying to get screaming hot deals because it's a seller's market.
So it is a seller's market. So
Yes,
I don't think I've heard that on the media yet. I mean, media seems to be 4 to 6 months behind all the time. It still seems that they're saying that it's flat, or it still could go down some more. What are your thoughts on that? That are we recovered, and nobody told us yet, or what?
Well, the media is talking a lot about the recovery in terms of the home prices stabilizing. And the home prices are stabilizing, but what's going on is you've got a supply and demand issue because there's just not that much in terms of properties out there. So once the property, certainly it's good to have stabilization of prices because people are recovering some of their equity, but there's going to be a while before all the inventory moves through the pipeline.
So recovering equity, so that's code word for values are increasing. So we're seeing 5%, 6%, 10%, 1%.
We've seen in the last couple of months 5% improvement. The big question is, are we at the bottom?
Sure.
And I think that in terms of getting into real estate, there's not that much bottom left. So it's a really smart time to get in if you can get a value and get a good property, and you're able to have a good real estate agent who can help you with the inventory.
Right.
But
Now,
it's a good
I think
time.
with 3.5% rates, I think that it's a smoking time to get into a
Absolutely.
property right now. I think if anybody thinks that if properties are going to go down another 10% or whatever, who cares?
Exactly.
It almost doesn't make sense anymore to wait, because when the rates drop below 4%, you should be coming out of the woodworks to buy a property if you want to buy a house. And if it goes down a little bit, you know what? People, in the long run, you're going to make out like a bandit, I think, because I think we're so far below the values. And I've heard people say that in some cases, you can't even buy the materials to make the homes at what they're selling for today.
That's exactly right.
So if that's the truth, then it seems like the time to buy and get out there and buy as many as you can buy. I mean, don't overbuy, obviously, and we get back into the same troubles that we had before, but certainly time to buy. I mean, that pretty much leads us into you, Lori.
Yes.
You're a lender, one of the fastest growing lenders out there. You're one of the top LOs over there. That's why you're here.
Thank you.
And I was going to say you smell good, too, but I probably shouldn't say that.
You
But
can say that, and thank you.
Peeben told me that before you showed
yeah,
up.
and she smells good, too. So So talk about, when I said 3.5, I just pulled that out of the air because I'm hearing low rates. And I
Yes.
know that's kind of a generic 3.5. I'm sure there's lower, with some adjustables or 15-year, and I'm sure there's higher. So
Absolutely.
talk about what you're seeing, who's your average customer out there now, and what are the rates you guys are actually writing out there?
Well, I would have to agree with my counterpart here in that it is a seller's market. And we don't hear that or read that as often as you would expect. But a lot of my clients are just first-time home buyers, and they're being beat out by investors. So anytime that any of my clients are putting offers on properties, they're being competitive with, I'd say, 12 to 15 other offers.
Now, is that in all price ranges? Because I heard that was typically below the $125,000, 150. What about like in the 150 to 300? There's no investors in that price range.
There's
is there?
investors in that price
Is there
range,
really?
but
Yeah.
but they're more geared towards the lower price ranges. I would say definitely between 100,000 and 180,000. You have a lot of interest from investors, so it's definitely a seller's market. They're looking at what is the best offer coming in, and of course, to them, a cash buyer is
The best
king.
offer, right,
Absolutely, absolutely. Followed by a conventional loan and then FHA. So I'm seeing, as a matter of fact, I had a client today who dropped out of the home buying process because they were getting frustrated with putting in so many offers and their offers not being accepted
Right,
because
right.
investors.
Right.
But as far as rates go, yes, oh my gosh, it's a fantastic time to purchase. On a 30-year fixed, I would say an average would be anywhere from 3.5 to 3.75. And
Wow.
yes. And
I started in the business. It was 12.5% and a couple points. I mean, I won't say, I look young, so I'm not going to tell anybody how old I am, but way back when, 12.5 and 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been doing this for 25 years,
My
quite a long
gosh.
time. I know.
Okay.
I look great, don't I?
Well, of course you do.
And you smell great too.
I don't I? And if anybody noticed, Mr. Scott Welker from Windsor Law just walked in. For Mark Windsor is actually somewhere abroad again, traveling because he's an attorney. They travel.
I think he's in Acapulco.
He's got to be in Acapulco, laying on the beach, sucking down a cerveza or something, right?
Or a ruby red grapefruit juice.
There you go. But Scott, good to see you. Scott was turned off, so we have him turned off at this point. So he's going to mime.
There we go.
Oh,
There
he's
you go.
Well, I missed the opportunity to bag on Mark always being gone, but
That's okay. Yeah, last time he was in Costa Rica taking pictures of monkeys or something. We're not sure what he was doing. But
it was under the ocean though, so it was
there you go.
seahorses or something.
But Scott's an associate with Windsor Law, and I used to say specialize, but Mark hates when I use that word. You do a lot of short sale
the
business.
The problem is the bar hates it when you use that word, so it can
but
get us in trouble.
Yeah, I'll make
Stay legal,
I always
right?
make stuff up, right? Yeah, he does
but-
very well with short sale customers. So there you go.
I focus a pretty big part of my practice on residential real estate, but right now, I mean, that involves a lot of short sales. So,
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be seeing you. I don't know if you know this, Wednesday at a luncheon. I saw your name on there. I'm a large part of that group also, and I saw that you're hooked up and some other folks that I refer to them.
I'll be on
speaking,
that panel tomorrow.
I'll be there to heckle you. So
Perfect. Can't wait.
there you go. But we cut Lori off, so we're just talking about the rates and all that kind of stuff. So what's your typical customer? So are you seeing the investors, or are those the guys with all the money in their pockets coming in buying away these houses? So when you're doing loans for these folks, are these first-time home buyers still? Or
Yes, I would say my specialty is definitely first-time home buyers. That's the customer that I seem to attract. And I believe it's because I like to sort of coin myself as a personal mortgage consultant. As all of us know, in this industry, there's a lot of hand-holding involved.
Right.
And I find that the first-time home buyer needs a lot of hand-holding. They like to be educated. So I'm a person who likes to really give back and educate, so that type of client best fits mine.
Right. It's funny when it comes to lending, we heard a lot of news that banks are tightening up, that it's hard to get loans, that they took away all these types of loans. They took away 100% loans. Whether those are good or bad, that's a different show. But 100% loans are back. FHA, 3.5% down or 3% or
Absolutely.
whatever, those are back.
3.5.
So tell us about how easy it is to get loans now. I mean, you can get loans a day after short sale or foreclosures.
Absolutely. We have a Fresh Start program that is a portfolio program with People's Mortgage, and it allows people who have experienced a short sale or a foreclosure in their history. Unfortunately, as we all know, that's a large percentage of people out there.
Right.
And so our program allows people in that situation to be able to purchase right after that situation. And, the guidelines aren't that tough. A 600 score FICO, and you are required to put a good chunk of money down. But we all want everyone to invest in their properties, so we're talking about 30%.
A lot of people who short sell don't pay for a year or two, right? I mean, is that the case sometimes? So they've got the money?
Yes.
So that kind of makes sense.
Yes, yeah. So we're really happy about that program. And like I had mentioned before, the FHA, I mean, that's a fantastic program, 3.5% down.
Wow.
And really, it's not that hard to qualify. I think a lot of people are afraid of the process because it's the great unknown.
So you can do government loans, FHA, USDA, those kinds of things?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, excellent.
You know what else seems to be back that I think maybe is controversial, because I think some people are afraid of it, is the adjustable rate mortgage, and the ARM seems to be...
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, those are actually good loans. Because I lived in Park City for a while, Utah, and I knew I was only going to be there for 4 years.
Did you really? I love it up there.
Yeah, isn't that a great place?
Yeah.
I got a smoking deal on an adjustable rate loan that was like a 30 doing 5 or 7, something really funky hybrid that you could get in trouble with. But I planned it perfectly, and I saved so much money by doing that. And I bailed out in 5 years, just like I knew I was going to.
Right.
And just saved money. So you're absolutely right, Scott. Depending on the longevity or how long you're going to stay in that property or what your plans are, I know plans can change, so there's a little bit of rolling the dice, but that could be a good way to go. What's the adjustables now?
And as a matter of fact, this program is just adjustable rate mortgages. Right. Yes. So it allows somebody to get their foot in the door as far as home ownership, and then in 3 to 5 or 7 years, depending on what year period you take, then you can turn it into a fixed.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I think that the bottom line is, I mean, just be smart. I mean,
Yes.
I've heard people blame a lot of the economy crash on adjustable rate mortgages, or that played a big part. But I think really what it comes down to, I think you blame it on not being smart in what you were borrowing. If you stay within your means, then I think even if you are getting an ARM, then you'll probably be able to come out fine with it.
Absolutely. And that's a big part of just educating the consumer, because everyone's scenario is different. So as long as we know what their personal situation is, and are they best fit for a 15 or a 30-year fixed, or is it an adjustable rate mortgage?
Are a lot of people taking adjustables, or does that still have kind of a bad connotation to it? Adjustable, oh no, it's going to go so high, I'm going to be kicked out of my house.
Right. Right now, I think people are pretty firm on conventional. I mean, I'm sorry,
On
on fixed rates.
Because they're so low. It's almost.
Yes.
Is there still a big gap between the two?
Not necessarily, but I'm finding that people are really interested in the 30-year fix, but the 15-year fix, because really the rates are so low, like at 3%. So that's a good way to go.
I've heard with a lot of the half or refis, a lot of people are going with 15-year just because the rates are so low.
Absolutely. I have so many people who are refinancing from a 6.5 to a 3.0. I mean, that's a huge savings.
3.0.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, my last, I think when I bought here in Arizona, it was 6.25 or something like that. So, half right now at that point. So how long you been in the business, and why'd you get into this wacky business that's gone up and down, up and down?
Like I mentioned before, I'm a person who likes to give back. I'm very involved in my community, and retail was my background. And when I turned 40, I decided I better figure out what I'm going to do when I grow up.
So you just turned 40.
Now I turned 51.
Oh, my God. And I did background check on her. She has a Harley. Isn't she cool?
Whoa.
He told me that before the show, too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did my background check. And,
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just a passenger.
and Eric's
I'm a fat boy.
Eric's a mad scientist. He's home cooking up. Look at his business card. Look at this. He made this from scratch. See, he's just he's
Impressive.
kind of a kooky mad scientist.
Scary,
realtor guy.
but impressive.
And it acts as a bulletproof vest if you stick it in your pocket.
He was talking about
Okay.
how to Jimmy cars and stuff. I mean, this is a guy. Look at him. He's just a white guy from Tucson, and he's talking about how to break into cars and houses and stuff. He goes, if you ever need to get in an apartment, here, boom, use my business card.
There you go.
My cards are very popular.
That's right. Sells them on the internet.
But so anyway, 10 years ago, I decided I better go, back to school and get my degree, which I did. I'm a proud Phoenix, and
Nice.
yes, and at that time, I also moved from Phoenix to Black Canyon City, which is in Yavapai County, and love it.
That's like halfway up the mountain towards.
It is.
So it's the gateway to Flagstaff.
It is, and all points north.
There you go.
Yes.
It's actually, I pull in there. There's a barbecue place in there that I ride my motorcycle to.
Rock Springs,
There you go.
Yes.
Eaten there a dozen times.
and everyone loves their pie.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I got involved in the industry in '05, and love it, because, like I said, it's a good place to be as far as someone who wants to give back, because you really have to handhold and educate and work with your clients, and I really like doing that, especially with the first-time home buyers. It's really exciting to see how excited they are about the entire process and being able to get into their own home.
Okay. Now you have to be licensed as a lender too. So in the
Yes.
past, you didn't have to be licensed.
Correct.
Pretty much anybody can get in there, read a script, do a loan, that kind of thing.
Yes, I like to tell people, when I got in the industry and I would go to all these seminars, I mean, there were hundreds of people, 300 to 400 people, and they all looked like GQ guys and Botox Scottsdale chicks. Sorry, Scottsdale chicks.
They look like Tom.
They
I was
did.
going to say that,
That's
You know,
right.
right?
I'm the poster child. There
But
you go.
now that I go, to seminars, you're lucky if there's 100 people, and
Right.
they're
But they're all quality and qualified, and they are cream of the crop. I
They
can tell
are.
you, way back when, not even 5 years ago, you would have a lot of escrows fall out from lenders because they would just never work. Now it seems like they all stick because of the fact that
Yes.
these people are qualified, or they're
Absolutely.
quality lenders.
Yes.
The folks working for them, they all know what most all of them seem they know what they're doing, so
Yes.
which is good. So I think that was a good shake-up in the industry.
Absolutely. I welcome the licensing of LOs. I thought it was adding integrity to us, because, of course, we had to save face, because so many people always blamed us on the situation that we
Right,
find
right.
ourselves in. So I think it's a great thing. And the people who are in the business now are serious.
Yeah. I would agree, because it's not easy to find business nowadays, so you have to really be in there to love it like you are. Obviously,
Right.
you're very passionate about it.
Yes.
Now, are you licensed in multiple states? Or
Just Arizona at this point, but I am considering California.
Good for you. Now, I think 2 weeks ago we had a caller from Canada call in. Now, do you guys do Canadian loans, foreign?
We do. We do have some programs set up for Canadians, specifically for Canadians. Yes.
Excellent. Are you seeing a lot of Canadian buyers there, Eric?
Actually, we're working on our international certification because I've heard that 80% of the buyers that are coming into Arizona are Canadian.
80%.
That's correct.
Wow.
That's
and
more than I thought. Holy moly.
They're the ones with the cash as well.
Exactly right.
Yes.
So it's a tremendous opportunity. The window for Canadian buyers is probably the next 12 to 18 months because you've got the exchange rate that's lining out about where it should be, and you've got the tremendous deals that we've got here.
Big tax break for them to come down here, or is there it's just the exchange rate that's really...
I'm not a tax expert.
Only a
Good
mad
answer.
scientist.
Yeah, it's a mad scientist.
But I can tell you about calculus, but I can't tell you about taxes.
Nice.
Now, something came to my attention today that I thought was interesting. Do you see many of these like investor, which I see most of the Canadians we're seeing are investors. These investors that come in with cash, and obviously they can bid above what the house is appraising for. Do you see much of that going on where they bid above what the house is appraising for and then don't end up following through on that deal and working out something so they pay a little bit less? I mean, because what they could do then if they bid, way above what the appraisal is for, then they get rid of all their competition. Everybody else drops out.
Wait, is that legal?
Well...
Is that the gray area of law? No, talk about that, because I'm curious about that. That's a very good point.
Depends what they've signed. I mean, I think it's
multiple
kind of
bids.
Yeah, and I think that's probably kind of a... real estate agent beware, and you could probably do things to prepare. You could probably have provisions.
Wait, but is that a good strategy?
Well,
is that a good strategy?
Well, I won't speak to strategies unless I'm your agent, but what we're seeing, to Lori's point, is you're seeing a lot of properties that are getting 5, 10, 15 offers, and what's happening is that the FHA offers are being pushed down by the cash offers because, and Lori can speak to this better than I can, the FHA and the financed offers will only go to the appraised value. And so normally when there's multiple offers on properties, and we work with a number of the REO companies, the clients, the owners of the foreclosed properties will say, okay, let's do highest and best. So a couple of offers come in, they do highest and best, they throw them back, they say sharpen your pencil, and the buyers come back with a higher offer, but cash is not subject to the appraised value. So as a consequence, we're seeing the same thing. A lot of people who could be first-time home buyers, who could help to stabilize neighborhoods, are being pushed out because of the cash offers. But it makes sense for cash offers now because we just opened a property management company because we're seeing that in terms of cash-on-cash returns, if you're coming in with less than $100,000 house in Tucson, you can get the rent such that you can pay it back in less than 10 years. So the returns are terrific now in terms of the financeability and the returns in the rental. So it's a tremendous time to do that. But unfortunately, the one who's paying the price is the one who really needs the house, and that's a first-time home buyer.
And really, I think that's what the ones that the community needs. I mean, to be frank, it scares me a little bit to see all the investors buying it up again because how stable of a bounce back is that for us? I don't know. Do you guys see any strategies that the first-time homeowner can use or the potential homeowner can use to maybe beat out these guys who can offer more than them? Is there anything they can do?
It's a really tough situation for the first-time home buyer because, they're only putting 3.5% down. And a lot of the offers are higher than the asking price. So if they do want that home, then they're going to have to come up with some extra money to make that difference. And, they're barely making the 3.5%.
Right.
So it puts them in a really tough situation. So like I said before, cash is king first, then conventional, then FHA to a seller. Because with an FHA, there's also appraisal guidelines. And if there's some issues with the appraisal and the property, the seller has to fix those those issues. So they push those FHA loans way at the bottom and then look at the conventional, but definitely cash.
And then one of the other great strategies is HUD Homes because they have an owner-occupant period. Fannie and Freddie have first look periods, and 203K programs right now are terrific for owner-occupants. And again,
for the audience out there, 203K is when you buy the property and you fix it up as you're buying the property. So when you close, the property is fixed up.
That's correct.
Yes.
And do a lot of those too?
I have not. Most of my buyers are interested in a move-in ready home.
Move in, get in there.
Absolutely.
Now, you talked about the HUD homes. Are there a lot of HUD properties out there right now? Because I thought that kind of dried up with all the REO stuff, the real estate-owned properties. Is that still...
We also happen to be HUD listing brokers.
So, okay, so you would know that, yeah.
So we are seeing some issues with the pipeline. Everybody talks
Sure.
about the pipeline,
Right,
the
right.
tsunami, all that.
Right.
So
Where's all that shadow inventory?
that's a really good question.
Yeah.
I heard at a conference a couple weeks ago that they're looking at potentially 6 million homes that are beyond 90 days past payment.
Currently?
6
Currently.
million.
6 million nationally.
Really?
Of course,
Wow.
not
So there really
Tucson.
might be some shadow inventory.
Well, the question is, of those 6 million homes, how many will go into short sales? How many will go into REO?
Right,
And
right.
nobody
Right.
knows that number.
Right.
Right.
So you don't know when and you don't know how.
Well, the banks are really pushing now on short sales. They'd prefer a short sale than the REO, because the REO, they lose a lot more money. $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 more, I've heard, is a number that's been bandied about out there. But certainly it's better for the homeowner to go the route of the short sale. So don't bury your head in the sand if you're in that position. You need to call your bank or call a realtor to get the process started.
That's
and
right.
call a lender, too, because you can short sell and get another house pretty quickly, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's why you should go to our conference, because we've got Wells Fargo doing a session on how to help real estate agents do short sales. A lot of the major banks, B of A is going to be there,
Right.
Chase also, and they're doing sessions specifically to help real estate agents
Learn how to deal with the customers.
Exactly. And
Excellent. Now, what is the conference called? We didn't talk about the price or anything, and it's all day. So all day at the Phoenician.
Thanks, Tom. It's the NAREP Second Annual State Conference.
And really quick, this one, the reason I'm interrupting, Joel from Phoenix asked about the event we talked about last week at the Phoenician, the 27th.
Yep, this is the event we're
There
talking
you
about
go,
now.
Joel.
So, Joel, thanks for calling in. So Eric's going to give us the details of the event.
Yeah, it's a really terrific event. It's going to be the premier session this year, I believe. I will say that. We've got some great speakers, and we will have sessions on things from purchasing in Mexico, short sales.
Yeah.
I mentioned several different client sessions on short sales. We're doing commercial REO, which is something you just don't see, and it'll be 8 to 5. The best way to do that is to go to the NAREP Arizona website, and that's NAREP, NAHREP-AZ.com, and there's a join link. If you are a NAREP member, it's a free conference, and it costs $99 to sign up.
So
It's
$99 to sign up or $249 to go as a non-member. It almost makes sense to be a member.
Exactly.
And as a member, you get benefits for a full year,
That's right.
a lot of education,
That's
a
exactly
lot of
right.
mixers and networking events, and these types of events going on year-round.
And we do like those mixers.
Yeah, you guys have some great mixers, I can tell you that. Yeah,
Yeah,
the ones that I
exactly.
remember. But those
Well,
are
I'll have to let you know that I look forward to those mixers because I'm a new member of the organization.
Very good.
So I'm very excited about your conference coming up.
Very good.
And
That's
I-
going to be a tremendous conference.
I think we had another caller here.
Yes, Sandy in Tempe would like the website again.
I'm sorry, I should say that more slowly. That's www.narep, NAHREP, that's P as in Paul, -AZ.com. And then there's a join link and an upcoming events. And we've got a race coming up in October. It's a really cool event. We've got a December gala for all the people who want to get out and strut their stuff in December. But I tell people for $99 to join NAREP, you get the CE credits if you're a real estate agent and you need that kind of thing. And if you're serious or even halfway serious about doing real estate, it's the best $99 you can afford.
Right, and once again, you don't have to be a realtor to join NAREP. You could be pretty much anything. You could be a business owner. Again, locksmith, pool guy, title company.
Exactly.
Guaranteed Title Agency is a proud supporter and members of NAREP. And I know Lori's company has a booth
Yes,
there.
People's Mortgage does
People's,
as well.
yeah.
Yes.
So-
KQCK will be there.
Yes, we will. We'll be broadcasting there live. So when you look at the event and you look at the people that spent the $249, do you put them on a certain list like these are the real unorganized people that couldn't figure out the $99 was the way to go?
That's not nice.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
They put them on the do not call list.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's a really good question. And there are certain
I mean, the
reasons.
benefits of joining are tremendous. I mean, I may join myself.
I don't know. Maybe
Why
you
not?
feel it's an ego thing that you want to pay more.
Maybe.
And that's a good thing.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I pay more, therefore I'm a better person. I don't know.
No, I don't understand that. I think there are some reasons that are top secret, and nobody will tell me that people would rather spend more money than get the screaming hot
It's
deal.
definitely CIA stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
I can see people coming in from out of state, which I know last year you guys did get a lot of folks from California, Nevada, Utah. I can see maybe somebody that came in for a one-time thing to get the education, because you guys have a lot of top-notch folks coming to this event.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if any of it's top secret, but I know Judy Lowell is a guest
We've got Judy Lowe.
Yeah, that's the commissioner of Arizona, the real estate commissioner.
That's right. We've got the national president of NAREP, who is Jerry Asencia.
Yep.
And we've just got a bunch of terrific people. One of the fellows who's coming in is the owner of a commercial REO company. He's flying in from California to do the event with us.
Very nice.
So we've just got just a terrific number of people coming in.
Joe Carrero's going to be there. You know who he is, right?
He's pretty famous from what I understand.
He's my new best friend.
He's all over the wall
and he
here.
smells good too.
And he smells great.
He's definitely my new best friend.
He's all over the wall. I see beer signs all over the wall.
That's right. Oh, that's what he does all day long.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Yeah. But once again, KQCK Live will be there the entire day at the Phoenician, streaming live. We're going to be talking to all your VIP guests. A lot of your board members will be talking to, and we'll be grabbing realtors as they walk by and lenders as they walk by and chat with them and see how much fun they're having. And then you have a networking event directly after.
Yep, we have a mixer. Those real popular mixers. We've got one afterwards. And again, if you go to the event, the mixer is free. So it's just a no-brainer.
Any room discounts? Because I don't know if I can.
We'll talk offline.
There you go. Absolutely.
And Tom wanted to know: is there a dance as well that follows?
Because
it?
I'm a dancer.
If there is
a ballroom, though, right?
I ballroom dance.
Oh, if there is a dance, I wouldn't be participating.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
Joe does tango,
among other things.
Welker's still into disco. Sorry, Welker.
Yeah. I'm an old soul.
He looks good in that polyester, though.
Those white angel flight pants he had on the other night were just amazing.
Just long live disco. Come on. Long live disco.
Absolutely. We love disco here.
We do.
It looks like it's about break time.
Do we need a break for some sponsors? It's 5:33.
We can always do that.
Why don't we do that and take 90 seconds here? And everybody, please listen to our great sponsors because they help pay for the show. So thank you for listening. We'll be back in just a few seconds here.
Are you having plumbing or septic problems? No worries. Call Cartwright's Queen Creek Plumbing and Septic Service. Been in the Valley since 1996. Family owned and operated. Proudly serving East Valley and surrounding areas. With a full range of services from drain cleaning, septic tank pumping, general maintenance and repairs, inspections for the sale of your home. They provide excellent and courteous service for all your plumbing and septic needs. We're not satisfied till you are satisfied. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Call today. Cartwright's Queen Creek Plumbing and Septic Service. Contact Denise at 480-987-8051. That's 480-987-8051. Are you ready to start taking control of your future and maximize your earning potential? Central Arizona College has smaller class sizes and personalized attention to help you compete in today's tough job market. CAC now serves Santan Valley and Queen Creek. The CAC Santan Center is located in the shops at Copper Basin on Hunt Highway, behind Barrow's Pizza. Stop in and see how taking classes at CAC costs a fraction of a state university, and your credits can transfer. So, if you want to earn real money, you need to learn real skills at Central Arizona College. Enroll in classes today by calling 480-677-7825 or visit www.centralaz.edu or call 480-677-7825 or visit www.centralaz.edu. Central Arizona College, your way. Why is it so hot in this room, yet cold in other rooms? There's got to be a solution.
You need to call the company For Your Comfort, servicing residential and commercial AC, heating, refrigeration, and low temp. For Your Comfort LLC is the company that makes you comfortable. We provide same-day and emergency service. Everything from system checkups, repairs, installation, and air quality. We also take care of manufacturer warranty, repairs, commercial ice machines, walk-ins, and much more. We can assess your air quality and find solutions to make your home or business more efficient and comfortable. That's our goal. Licensed, insured, bonded, and NATE certified. For Your Comfort LLC is ready for your call. 480-882-2048.
Because of the company For Your Comfort, my home is now cool and comfortable. Thank you so much. You were fast and and friendly.
What did I tell you? For your comfort, the solution to your AC issues. 480-882.
I hit it too quick. Did you see that?
You blew
People
it.
are going to be like, 882.
What?
Oh,
Welcome
man.
back to the Mark Winsor Show. There, a little faux pas by somebody. It wasn't Joe though.
Not me. It was
wasn't
Scott.
Joe. Scott hit the button. There's so many buttons over there. Most of them are fake, by the way. He just puts them there.
They look good though, huh?
They
Very
look
impressive.
good. Absolutely. Let's just jump right back into this. And one more time, let's give out that phone number for anybody that wants to call in.
480-745-1033.
Awesome. Lori, a little more about your background. I know that you are part of the chamber up there in Black Canyon. Let's tell us about that.
Yes. This is my 5th year as the president of the Chamber of Commerce in
You're
Black
the
Canyon
president.
City.
Oh, we got
Nice.
two
We've got
presidents in
president.
the house.
Oh,
We
see?
do have 2 presidents and an attorney, and then us. What are we doing here?
But you smell
Wow.
good.
That's true.
I was going to say eye candy and the producer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go.
If you're tuning in late, you might want to
If you're
clarify
tuning
the
in
smell good
late,
comment.
yeah, there you go. Okay, Miss Smellgood. What else about that?
Well, like I said, my 5th year as the president of the Chamber of Commerce in Black Canyon City, and giving back is a huge part.
I got to ask this question.
Yes.
How many people live in Black Canyon City?
About 3,500 people.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
That town? Is it called the town?
Well, we're
Township?
really a community because we're
Community-ship.
unincorporated.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. And it's a great little community. Most people know it as the community that you hit right before you hit up the mountains
Right.
up in
The last pit
yes.
stop break before you
Yes.
get to that little lookout
Absolutely.
point.
Yes.
There you go.
And so if you're ever, heading up north, we'd love for you to stop by. We have a lot of great restaurants and small businesses. People are more familiar with Rock Springs Cafe, but we do have Byler's and I'm sorry?
What? No, he's talking. We got a caller there.
Oh, go ahead.
What other restaurants do you have? Oh, we'll be done with him in a second. What other restaurants are up there that
4
people should know
B's
about?
and Byler's.
4 B's. Is Byler's that
Amish.
the Amish one?
Yes.
Good stuff, actually.
Oh my gosh! Great
Somebody said
breakfast
pull in there.
and-
We had breakfast in there. That was
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
It's an
Awesome
Amish.
Amish.
It's an Amish restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They kill the chicken right there at your table and stuff. It's pretty darn good.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Great
Is
people
it,
in a great restaurant.
Yeah. So do they do anything? Do they do things like without electricity? I mean,
Yeah, they do. It's all
The whole
all
thing's-
fire. Yeah, stoves and stuff. Just the little sternos and stuff. And if you get drunk, they take you back in the little carriage that they have and stuff. It's pretty cool.
He's been there several times.
Yeah, he's been drunk there several times.
We should do that right after the mixer.
It's actually a wonderful little place. They sell you
Yeah.
little
Oh, that's cool.
fireplaces too. Have you seen
They
that
have a-
commercial? The fireplaces that the Amish sell? I don't.
No,
No, I
just-
haven't seen that.
I don't know.
Do you think
I'm
that's
off
funny?
there.
Because I have one of those.
Really?
I
Nice.
do. The Amish made the mantle.
Nice.
I
Very
love it,
cool.
too.
Well, we had a caller. Is that?
It was Tom P. from Black Canyon City, and he just said he wanted to say hi, and he wanted to know where the chamber meets out there.
Well, we meet the 3rd Wednesday at Albans Community Center, but we are black, or I should say dark, during the summer months. So we're not going to be having a meeting until September.
Now, do you know Tom P? Because you got to all be related. 3,500 people there. You guys got to be cousins or something.
Well, we're not related, but it is a small community, and we pretty much know who everyone is.
You do know Tom P.?
I don't know what his last name is.
Tom, who are you? Call back. Tom, where do you
See,
live?
Tom was incognito with the P.
Yes. He's probably one of your neighbors that steals your newspaper or something. That's why I didn't want to tell you his last name.
But for a small community, we have over 40 members in the chamber, so it's an
Wow.
active organization.
that's
We
good.
give back to the community. We have a huge fundraiser. It's going to be in October, the 2nd Saturday of the month, and it's wine, cheese, and pie.
Ooh.
Love that pie.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you allow
Black Mountain
walk-ins?
Pie.
Of course, we allow walk-ins.
I
It's
hear
a
Black,
fundraiser.
Black Canyon City's known for their good pie.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
We've been talking about the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. Now, we got to clear up one thing. Do you have to be Spanish or bilingual to go to this event?
You do not. Thank
you
for bringing
for
that
saying
up.
that.
Tom.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people ask me, do you have to hablar español in order to participate? No. It's a wonderful networking event. We've got realtors, we've got locksmiths, we've got everybody coming. A lot of good sponsors and friends in the title company and lender.
Sure. Now, here's a
areas.
question. Why would somebody that's non-Hispanic want to go or be a part of your event?
Well, it's all about networking. It's all about believing in equality in home ownership, and it's all about helping the community. And so we try to get together like-minded people who are working together to try to share and pool resources and just try to help give back to the community.
Fastest growing market in Arizona. You got to be part of the market. That's what is the market, right? I mean,
48% of Southern Arizona demographics are Hispanics. So you've got to understand the importance of dealing with all of our cultures in Arizona,
right?
Not just the cultures that normally we're comfortable with.
Right. What's your favorite thing about that event? What's the one thing that you can't sleep at night? You're tossing and turning. Your wife will feel you saying, "Go to sleep," and you're like, "No, I'm looking forward to this event." What one breakout session do you have to go to at this event?
I'm looking forward to hanging out with Joe. That's what I'm going to do.
It's going to be a good time.
You know what? It's always a party with Joe there.
I'm bringing a couple of vendors myself. One that's going to be doing Indian fry bread, and then another one that's going to be more like bull riding.
Nice.
But
are you going to have the bull riding thing there?
Hispanic bull riding. It's going to be fun.
Bring the Grey Goose too. I brought Joe a bottle of Grey Goose and it's half gone already. And I think I bought that 2 days ago.
It's missing a wing.
It's like the gallon jug of Grey Goose. It's almost gone.
And the worst part is I haven't even tried it.
What?
No, not at all.
No, it's Welker.
We have guests.
It's Welker.
Welker's. Never mind.
It's about as likely to be me as it is to be Windsor.
There you go.
But they're all great sessions. I can't pick a favorite. I think my favorite time is going to be hanging out with Joe, though. I can see that happening.
It's a guarantee.
Yeah, it's a guarantee.
Well, and it's at the Phoenician. I mean, you can't go wrong there.
Can we go and pay the money and just go to the pool or something and hang out and sunbathe?
We'll have to talk offline.
Okay, because I told all my friends that they can pay the $99 and just get all the amenities at the Phoenician. You know, order room service under your name, hang out by the pool all day long.
Golf.
In golf.
Wow.
That's right. They include golf.
Free golf with
That's
that.
Right. That's right.
A lot of benefits to this event.
That's right.
And the spa. Don't forget the spa.
And the spa. Right. One free massage for everybody.
And Scott's already signed up for a full pedicure.
How do you guys know all this about me? I mean,
well, we've been doing our homework.
Yeah, we do our research. That's exactly.
We've been watching you, Scott.
We're gonna have somebody show up in their swimsuit. They're gonna be listening to us.
Diller said
not catch on to the.
Right, we heard it on the radio program.
So let's clarify that.
Must
no free massages, no golf, none of that. It's just education, which is the best part of it. So,
but if you sign up for the NAREP and you're a member, then I won't tell anybody if you kind of split off to the pool. That'll just be our little secret.
Right. And Tom will give you a massage, right, Tom?
There you go. If your name is Sally, Susie, Jennifer,
or
Monique.
Scott.
That's right. Now, I know you have a special keynote luncheon that's kind of a big deal. Let's talk a little bit about that, because I was pretty excited when Gray Senart, who's the president of NARAB, told me about that. So,
we do, Tom, and it's Lieutenant Colonel Consuelo Castillo Kickbush. She's our inspirational luncheon speaker. And just to clarify, the $99 gets you to all the great events, but the luncheon is a special deal.
Right.
You got to sign up for it, and we've already got 125 people confirmed for the lunch.
Wow.
We've got a capacity of 200, so if people want to go to the luncheon, it's really important to get signed up for that right away.
Sure.
But
well, how much more is it for the luncheon?
It's $75 for the luncheon. That's right. And you can do that on the NAREP Arizona, NAHREP-AZ.com website. You can join up. But she's a really inspirational speaker. She's the youngest lieutenant colonel in the Army. She's retired, but just a tremendous story to share.
A little bit about her background. What is her story, so people kind of get a flavor of her and her history.
She came up through a very difficult childhood, coming up through just kind of getting through all the odds and succeeding despite all the obstacles that she had.
Right.
A minority female in the military. Despite that, really an excellent person, very capable person, and rose to the rank of lieutenant colonal. Just amazing story there.
Now, I know we just had a caller, so Joe?
You guys have like ESP. It was so quick. Beth Morrow from Chandler wanted to know how much the luncheon was, and right when she asked, you said, "And how much is the luncheon?"
There you go.
But she said, "See you there." So,
beautiful.
Beth, I look forward to seeing you. Now, ask for me. I'll be out the pool with Joe drinking some of my Grey Goose that I left here, if there's any left.
And by the way, Beth, Tom really does not do massage professionally.
But he does.
You have to be licensed for that. I'm not licensed, but what I do is a body rub.
And Tom does like his pedicure.
Perfect. Thank God Mark's not here today.
That's right. He'd call his wife, "Don't listen to the show. Don't listen to the show."
I'm pretty sure Beth was one of the names that you mentioned, though, that you would do a massage for.
I don't think you said Beth. I think you said Monique.
Beth? Oh, Monique. There you go. Cindy, Sally,
maybe
Beth.
It was one of them, huh?
Maybe, there were several, actually.
Excellent.
I'm sure she'll change her name.
There you go. There you go. Now, what does People's Mortgage do at an event like this? You guys have a booth? Are you guys there just to network?
Well, it's a great networking opportunity for any real estate professional.
Absolutely.
And the Smart Group, yes, we will have a booth there, and we'll be manning it and handing out materials for different programs and meeting all the other real estate professionals, trying to establish relationships. And in this industry, we all know that relationships are extremely important.
Got to have good partners.
You have to have power partners.
Yes.
And, from my perspective, having a great title company is one power partner.
And thank you so much for your business. We do a tremendous amount of business from People's. And GTA, we don't talk about my company a lot, but we've been around for 35 years. So Arizona bred company, all our managers are here, our owners are here. It's a great little company, and we enjoy working with your company. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
And a huge power partner is having the right real estate person in place to counsel and hold hands with our client in common.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that whole day event.
And that's a really good point. People think that you can do real estate with just a real estate agent or just a lender or just a title company, but it's a team. And that's the only way that transaction happens.
Right.
And if it doesn't happen, then people have a bad feeling about the transaction. But it's
Right.
one of the biggest transactions that people will do in their life.
Yeah,
It's very
exactly.
important.
Sometimes it's the only major transaction you do. And another, we'd be remiss not to mention Scott Welker and his group, but we do a tremendous lot of business from them. A lot of people think that there aren't any options. And besides your realtor, you got to speak to an attorney. You talked about a CPA because there could be tax consequences if they short sell or what have you. But what Welker does is really counsel them on if it's the proper option to short sell or maybe foreclose or bankrupt or what have you. So you do that all day long.
Yeah. And I think I often say that, and it probably the same goes for CPAs. I think that people don't realize the need for an attorney until
it's too late.
It's too late till they're sued.
Yeah. They call you and you're like, how do I get out of this? Well, see in jail or something, right?
Right. Yeah. And what's kind of unique about our firm is we really make a strong effort to go out there and reach out to people before they get into the transaction, before they get into trouble, to plan ahead of time so we don't have to see them on the back end.
Now, consult is extremely inexpensive when you're looking at the whole scope of what could go wrong in the process, right? You're talking...
$150 for me. I do $150 for consults, and if you're meeting with one of the partners of the firm, including Mark Winsor, then it's $250.
And we figured out the difference in the cost was you're shorter than Mark Winsor, and that's why you're cheaper.
Yeah, so for every inch, I think.
For every inch,
$100 shorter.
$25.
Now we had another caller,
and this one. And I got to say, she sounded really sincere, but I don't know if I'm buying into the name. Her name's Holly.
Holly, I like that name.
Really?
Wait, don't
Holly
laugh.
Wood. I'm like, really?
Wait,
She's like,
we can't mock her yet. So Holly would like to know.
From Mesa. And she wants to know, are there going to be games and raffles like last year?
Oh, wow.
Yes, Holly.
Well, actually,
I don't know. I said yes because I just wanted to say yes to Holly, but I don't know.
Holly's right. We're going to have some great raffle items, and what all of us are doing are contributing. We're reaching out to some of our friends and partners and bringing some raffle items. We'll have raffle items all during the day, and the cool thing is that if you sign up for the luncheon, Integra Group Real Estate, which is our company, has donated an iPad for all the people signing up for the luncheon.
We're going to be there.
That's incredible.
Can we rig that so I would? Oh wait, let me. Was my mic on there?
Yeah, your mic was on. You said rig.
Never mind.
So it's a tremendous. It's a really neat event. It's fun. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of great learning, but it's also just a great place to do real estate and to do networking. And I tell people, if you're at all serious about whatever you do, whether it's title company, whether it's lender, whether it's real estate, the one event you should hit is July 27th at the Phoenician. It's really important. You either stay on the porch or you run with the big dogs.
All right, and I'm going to agree with that. Now, how many folks do you think are going to make the drive from Tucson to come up to the event? I know you guys are always at all the wonderful events up here, and it's good to see you guys. But
we're going to put 250 people into our car. We're going for a new world record. But we expect to see a lot of people, seriously.
Sure.
Coming up from southern Arizona, we have NARUP members from as far down as Rio Rico, Nogales.
Sure.
So we expect to see people from all over Arizona.
Yeah. And it's one of those events where, no matter where you're at in Arizona, let alone Maricopa County, but anywhere in Arizona, we're in this together, and this is the premier event. There's not going to be another one like this in your area. When I say your area, Yavapai County, Santa Cruz County, there won't be one. It's just this will be the largest event.
Yeah, and some people tell me, it's kind of expensive. And I say, hey, $99 is kind of expensive for everything you get all year long plus an event.
Right.
I went to a non-performing loan conference in New York City 3 weeks ago. It cost me over $1,000 just to sign up for the conference.
Oh, my gosh.
Plus the getting to and from and the lodging.
Right.
$99 to listen to some really top speakers.
Right, and you said it perfectly a second ago. $99 not just for the event, but for a year.
Exactly.
A year of membership, which gets you all those other events. Now, we had another caller.
We do. Ronnie from Yuma, very concerned. He's going to go to the event, but wants to know, what do we do for food if we don't do the $75? Are there other options?
Yes, they have access to all sorts of food on site. And if he brings a sandwich, I wouldn't say anything. But
he or she. It could be a she.
That was a he.
It was a he.
Okay. But there's a lot of opportunities there locally to have lunch. And we've got enough space at lunch where you don't have to sneak out 15 minutes and duck back. We've got over a lunch, an hour for lunch.
Yeah, Ronnie not being from the area, I can tell you within 5-minute drive of there, you have a tremendous amount of fast food options or a Paradise Bakery, that type of thing.
And Tom, don't you usually carry a backpack full of
I
like
do.
sandwiches
I'll be
and stuff?
selling peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in between my body
milk,
rubs and
little
massages.
Little boxes of milk.
Yeah, and when Welker's getting his pedicure, he'll be selling. He'll be making ham sandwiches
by the pool.
By the pool.
Well, and that's another option. Go to the pool. And
it's like the movie Las Vegas.
There you go.
I love it. Is James Caan going to be there?
Yeah, he will be there. Actually,
sweet.
You can always order room service too, and just charge it to a room.
That's right.
Being an attorney, you can rely on his information.
That's not legal advice.
I'm in room 342.
That's right.
And Tom had said no problem charging it to his room.
That's right. I'm not staying there, but
he's in room 999, I think.
John Smith. There's got to be a John Smith staying. Dr. John Smith
on the 13th floor.
On the 13th floor. There you go.
I might just go in under Hollywood. I kind of like that.
Hollywood,
yeah. Don't try Tom Wood.
That's right. Hey, Holly, make sure you come by the KQCK booth, and Ronnie, come by and say hi. And,
absolutely.
We're actually giving away some Rockin' R Ranch things. Are we? I just made that up now.
I don't know.
We should be.
I think Mark Windsor's not here, so I don't think we should do that.
What are we going to be giving away?
Oh,
besides,
you mean
like
there?
Grey Goose?
At
the thing.
Yeah, for sure. There. I thought you meant right now.
Oh no, at the Phoenician. So I'm pretty sure he mentioned we'll be giving away some stuff too. So come by the booth.
You would think that right now with the market changing and with realtors probably having to change the way they do business, I mean, this would be the time if you're a realtor. I would think, I'm not a realtor personally, but I would think this would be the time if you haven't previously been the type of realtor that goes to a lot of events and gets involved in organizations and networks. Probably now would be the time to do it because the business probably isn't coming to you like it used to for the last few years. So this seems like the perfect opportunity. Join a group that you have a year full of.
Be aggressive, go out there and get it.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a really good comment. However we've done real estate in the past, however we've done lending in the past, the business in the future is not going to be the same as it was in the past. And one of the reasons why I love to go to these events is you just sit there, you hear what people are doing, you think about what they're doing, what your business is like now, you fill up your toolbox with some new tools, and you've got to be adjusting to what's going on because the future is not the same as the past.
It's never going to be the same the way it was. It's never going to be like that again.
That's exactly right.
This is the new now. Does that make sense? It's a new now.
Sounds great.
That's my tagline. It's a new now.
Yeah. And you have to be on top of your game. You have to know what's current in this market because it is ever changing. And an event such as this, from my perspective, I'm going for the educational aspect, but the speakers. I love.
They're wonderful.
Yes. You learn so much from listening to a good speaker. And your keynote speaker sounds very interesting with her life story and how she's met her challenges and has survived.
Yeah, and to your point also, the people who are showing up, the lenders, the title companies, those are people who are staying up to date with what's going on. Those are the people to talk to.
Absolutely.
Because everybody else is kind of staying behind.
Right. Before we forget, let's get both of your contact information. So I want to thank you again before I forget for coming out here. I know it's a little bit of a drive for you guys. So tell us again the name of your company and how people can get a hold of you if they want to talk to you.
Sure. Lori Martinez, People's Mortgage, and I'm part of the SMART Group. And you can reach me at 602-339-0959. And you can also email me at lmartinez, which is LMARTINEZ @ mtg.com.
Excellent. Thank you. And Eric?
We could tell you were part of the SMART group.
That's right.
It's very clear.
Thank you.
I'm Eric Lichtenheld. I'm the Vice President of NAHREP Arizona. And please go to our website, www.nahrep-az.com, and join. And you can also see a number of our events we've got coming up. So it's really it's the place to go. It's the place to be. And like I say, you're either on the porch or you're running with the big dogs.
Excellent.
So,
now if somebody is listening from Tucson, how can they get a hold of you personally, or do you just want them to go through the NAHREP website?
My name is Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Can they just go by your house, Holly?
There you go.
I'm sorry, Holly. You've got a wonderful name. You can email me personally at Eric, ERIC, at Integra Tucson, INTEGRA TUCSON as in Nancy.com. And we're always looking for dedicated NAHREP members who would like to be on committees, who would like to really step up and help us to be effective in implementing all of the great things that we do for the community.
Excellent. What time does the event start again in the morning?
It's July 27th, and it's from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. We've got a mixer at night, and we're going to have some people hanging out at the pool, so that's a place you could go to. But really the place to go is to listen to all the great speakers.
Right. Excellent. I guess closing comments. I mean, believe it or not, it's been a full hour, so the time has gone by quickly, and I want to thank all the callers and listeners for calling and listening. Couple more things about your company you want people to know about or yourself?
Well, I would just encourage anyone who has any question in regards to the mortgage industry. A lot of people don't know if they do qualify to purchase a home or if they're in a situation for a refinance. Like we had mentioned earlier, our property values are increasing, so there is equity being established for lots of people who didn't realize that they had, or who didn't have any equity before. They do have it now. But if they do have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Does it cost any money to get pre-qualified? You want them to call you? So, a good point, if you don't bring this up,
yes.
You talked about 1 or 2 days out of short sale. So all the people a year ago or 2 years ago that short sale that were told back then that you have to wait 3 to 4 years, they should be calling you.
Absolutely.
These are folks that are waiting for the time to go by that think they cannot buy another house.
Yes.
They may have the money in the bank, but somebody told them a few years ago, which was probably true back then. So no, it's no longer true. So if you're listening and you did short sale, give Lori a call.
Yes.
Give her a call.
This Fresh Start program is unique to People's Mortgage. It's our own portfolio program. And to find out if you qualify or if you're in a refinancing situation, call me at 602-339-0959.
Excellent. Eric, some closing statements?
July 27th, the Phoenician, 8 till 5, just a wonderful session. And again, I would emphasize that, it's all about networking. It's all about staying current. It's all about learning about what's out there. And again, if you're in the real estate profession, whether you're a locksmith, inspector,
pool guy,
if you're doing anything in that space, it's all about being with the people who are interested in learning and staying current and also staying current. So please come out. It'll be a great event.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Again, KQCK will be there streaming live the entire day. We look forward to it. We'll be talking to all your VIPs.
Excellent.
We'll be grabbing realtors. Holly, come by because we'll grab you to speak on the radio. Joe will be there. Welker, are you going to be there?
I am getting a pedicure there.
Very good.
Welker's getting a pedicure.
He's already booked at the spa.
He's booked. Mark Winsor will be there, and if you can't find my room number, Mark Winsor will probably have a room there because he's the attorney that travels abroad. So everybody put your expenses on his room.
And make sure to get one of Eric's cards if you see him. These are
if you need to break in your card or whatever.
Multiple uses.
Absolutely. But thank you so much, everybody, for listening. This has been the Mark Winsor and Tom Diller Show here on KQCK Live in beautiful Santan Valley with producer Joe Carrero. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
And make sure you stay tuned for Money and Motivation at 6:15 with Nancy Fleming.
Good night, everybody.
Wow. Edible arrangements. Beautiful, delicious, and delivered right to your door. You won't believe your eyes when you feast upon these beautiful edible gifts.
Located in Queen Creek on Combs and Ganzel in the Fry's Shopping Center, edible arrangements